Mr. Garth Brooks came out retirement 4 times. Then he went out of retirement 4 times. He was retired 4 times, and he came out of retirement 4 times.
So many of these country singers really came together after 9/11.
Yeah, but a lot of them have gone away, fallen by the wayside. Though they followed in with the Trump and Hillary crowd now, unfortunately.
When I started reading those comments, like you said, Garth Brooks and there's a couple others.
Gypsy Chicks.
Yeah, well, I'm not even referring to them, but a couple other famous.
Dolly Parton, right? Dolly Parton too. Yeah, I know.
I'm more than amazed. I'm surprised and somewhat flabbergasted that they would go that route, knowing what their roots are. Most of your country singers come from the hills.
Right.
Back in the hills, they are devout.
Well, if you want to know something, Clay Walker, Quentin Black, Brooks and Dunn, all like Ted Cruz, by the way.
Awesome. And I have CDs by all of them. But see, that's what I'm saying. They come from the hills,
and they've been around a long time. They have been around. They've been around 30 years, 20 years.
Exactly.
They've been around a long time.
I always felt that once your faith was instilled in you to a point where somebody could look at you or talk to you and say, okay, well, I know that person's a Christian just by the way they're talking.
Well, I remember when Clay Walker's he got a platinum CD when his CD went platinum. His wife got him a brand new Suburban. His wife brought him a brand new Suburban that year. Of her own money. That she saved up for the whole entire year. Because she's working, doing where she was, the secretary work for doing and also the booking tours. The money she made off of that to help her husband, and do secretary work because she doesn't sing herself, but she did all the booking, all the office work for Clay Walker, and make sure they did the scheduling. His wife did that with her own money that she made. She got him a brand new Suburban, and I thought that was really classy.
Yep.
I thought that was really classy. I thought that was really, really classy. You don't hear stories like that too often in the news. You really don't. You just don't hear about that very often. You really don't. And that just told me what kind of person the kind of stories that I want to report, the kind of stories that I was inspired to do here on this program and to share.
Yep. Absolutely.
And this is why this network is truly a gift from God. It really is. We're not a talent. We're not Rush. Rush said we're a talent alone from God. No, there's lots of other people doing the same thing. However, we are a gift from God.
Different people, different organizations, you can tell when, if they flourish and they really have a good name to them, then you can tell that that's, a God-driven business.
That's what we report. The stories we report here. The stories that we report here and how we report here is completely different from any news network organization, because we don't use the word when we say when ISIS threatens when ISIS threatens to kill the innocent people here in America. Well, guess what? You have just signed your death warrant. You have just waged war to annihilate you and to annihilate ISIS altogether and take you down and do a strategic attack to knock you completely out of the face of the earth. Will obliterate you from kingdom come. All right. So, with that respect, this is what we do here. But when we say lives are taken away from an act of terrorism, this is what we do here. This is what we do.
Yep.
This is what we say here. We don't say the word, the K word. We don't do that here. We don't do what the national networks do. We don't say the word or the D word either. We don't say that. The only thing we do is lives were taken away.
Well, ISIS.
So we're careful.
Like you said,
we are very, very careful what we say here and what we say here and what we say and do here. We're very, very careful. And this is one thing. That is one thing that this network is responsible for. Sorry to interrupt you, Trish. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. One thing, a lot of sympathizers, even here in the United States, need to understand: ISIS is pure evil.
Yes, it is.
They come right from
Muhammad.
Lucifer. Well, I'm going to say Lucifer because Lucifer was Muhammad's father.
Right. A prophet. They are a prophet from the devil.
Right. They're minions. They're Satan's minions.
Right.
Is the way when I'm praying, that's what I call it, Satan's minions.
Okay.
Christians, real Christians, need to ask God to clothe them in His full spiritual body armor, so that we can defeat Satan's minions. Now, I realize with ISIS, they need to be taken out completely. They need to be annihilated. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
And I think when that's one part that God did not relay to Ishmael was that in the end, he was going to lose. And lose badly. Right. Because Jesus wins. God wins. Mm-hmm. Whatever the circumstances is, God wins.
That's right.
He may allow Satan to think that he's won for a period of time, which is why we have been, believe it or not, we have been getting punished. The Christians have been getting punished because the evil, the non-Christians, the sinners that refuse to believe, the atheists, refuse to believe that God exists. Mm-hmm. And once that's understood, that all these people, because even though they only represent a very minor part of the United States, mm-hmm. they have had a voice ever since, 63, 64, when that one Maureen or whatever her name is, was against the Bible and prayer being in the school because she was an atheist and she didn't want her son being taught this.
Right, yeah, right.
Okay, and that was only one solitary voice.
Right.
Why did the government listen to one solitary voice?
Right.
Has anybody ever stopped to think about that? Why did our government listen to one solitary voice?
I know.
And I will tell you why. It's because by the time she petitioned the courts, or was fighting to have prayer and the Bible removed from schools was after JFK had been assassinated.
Right.